we're going to talk about how to get out, starting with if someone you know or you yourself are in an abusive relationship, how to plan to leave that relationship safely. There's also safety planning can also include making a plan for while you're in the relationship. So let's say, for instance, an incident escalates, having a plan for how to get out of that room, how to get out of that situation, how to get the children, get the pets, whatever you need to do in order to leave if a situation escalates, can also be a safety plan. So there's also safety planning for after you have left the relationship. So safety planning is essentially just making sure that using your unique situation that you can make a plan to make sure that you are okay. If you have children, that the children are okay. If there are pets that you're concerned about, that the pets are okay. So one thing to think about with safety planning is internet usage and the ability of people to find your work on the internet. So if you are looking to get out of a domestic violence situation, or you know someone who is, the first thing to remember is to be careful about where you search the internet, and or to use certain private modes when browsing the internet so that the abusive partner cannot find the websites you visited, see the information that you've accessed. So with that in mind, a really good site for safety planning is the National Domestic Violence Hotline. So there is actually an interactive website that you can go to at www.thehotline.org/plan-for-safety-a-safety-plan. Okay, so what this is a website for the National Domestic Violence Hotline. So if a website is not an option for you or your loved one in Oklahoma City area, there is also the Family Justice Center, also known as Palomar, where you can physically go in and someone can sit down with you and do this with you in person. But if you prefer to do it online, maybe go to the library or something of that nature where you could sit down somewhere safely to do a safety plan, then this is a good place to go. So as you can see here, it talks a little bit about what I talked to you about the internet possibly being a problem, that it can be monitored by an abusive partner. And so to be very careful about that, and remember if you're at school or at work, that your employer or the school itself can also monitor your activity. So just be sure that, if you are in a safe situation, make sure that that is there for you, and that after you're done, you have the ability to access this information if you're going to do a safety plan this way. So this one is actually interesting because it will take you through kind of a quiz to help you figure out a safety plan for yourself. So we'll just make this up. We'll say that we live with family. We'll say that we're here in Oklahoma City. We'll say that we're not in school, and we'll just kind of work through this together. And you can kind of see how this works. So you just put in your information and your email address, and you go to the next step. And they'll send you a link to all of your information whenever you're done. So you can go through this online. Again, if online is not available for you, you can actually even call the National Domestic Violence Hotline, or which the number is down there at the bottom of the screen, or you can go into Palomar, the Family Justice Center in the Oklahoma City area. So I hope this has been helpful for you or someone you love today. And next week, we'll talk a little bit about, if you do know someone who's in one of these situations, what you can do to help them and how you can help them recognize that they're in an abusive situation. So thank you again so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you. Bye.